Hello everyone, this is Miga Hunter, and today we got Jungy's Japes returns round 3 between Banazama and Rose. This is looking to be a pretty cool matchup with pretty cool teams. Rose running Jin, Dan, and Polar Knight, with Jin being my favorite character in the game. Um, and Banazama running Hakumen, Hazama, and Ragna, full season 5. Oh boy, that typo. Alright, so let's see what the players pick first. We see Ragna versus Jin. Nice. We got a classic canonical matchup. Ragna versus Jin to start off. That's exciting. I know Banazama has been. He didn't bring. I don't know if he brought Ragna last time. I think he did, but he's been playing Ragna a lot this tournaments and leading with him. So really exciting to see this being played out. Personally, this matchup I think is very close to even as it should be, but Jin maybe has a slight advantage because of how much stuff that Jin can initiate and um okay. Okay. Oh, Rose just let me know her pronouns. Got it. Alright. So to start off, let's see. Let's see which player got first. Alright, Rose gets first. Oh yeah, so as I was saying, I think Jin gets a very slight edge over Ragna because Jin can has preemptive, has better speed, can initiate um can advantage change better than Ragna and basically kind of put him under pressure. But Ragna is just looking to trade with Jin as much as he can, and basically, yeah, make sure that he does not get stunned by Jin's fast options and overhead permafrost. It'll be interesting to see how both players play out. I know Rose plays a pretty aggressive Jin, likes to use the UA pretty liberally, um, likes to strike a lot. I think Jin can be played in various amount of ways, and playing aggro Jin is just one way to play him. Well, not so aggro. Turn 1 prep. It's pretty good for Jin, actually. Actually, turn 1 prep is a pretty good opener for any character. Banazama boosting armor guard to start. I think it makes sense. That's a pretty good boost against Jin turn 1. Only gives enough armor guard to basically guard through Ice Blade and Crystal Strike, both being pretty low damage. Interesting. Rose parrying focus turn 1 does get it. Pretty solid choice to parry focus. Considered the best normal. Um, with the best boost, because reading can just win you games. Focus is a pretty good normal for Ragnar as well, just because it's very good for trading. It is Banazama's turn. Ah, starting off with a strike. So Ragnar has a lot of plenty of range for options. Oh, interesting. Plays Assault. That's a really weird choice, actually. I'm not sure why he played Assault. I guess just to close in. Maybe he expected Jin to just cross out. Just uses Assault to close too, I assume. plays Flying Ice Strike to freeze Ragnar in place. Discards a focus for it. This boost is just really good to prevent. So this boost pretty much telegraphs that Jin's going to play an Ice Blade, because if he plays Ice Blade, it cannot be dove into or crossed out. Just it sets up this boost just sets up for projectiles extremely well for Jin. But we'll see if Rose can takes advantage of it. She does, and Ragnar just blocks it. Yep. Ragnar will decide how much damage she wants to take. Takes none. Jin closes one and draws a card. Pretty good, pretty decent exchange for both players. Actually, a little bit surprised Ragnar just didn't take 2 damage, just because Ragnar can gain life pretty reliably. Ragnar just playing pretty passively, mellow. Just prepares, looking to just build resources to compete with Jin. Because you don't want to, because against Jin, you don't really want to be lower in cards than him. Oh, nice. Okay, so we see Rose aggressively using Jin's UA to draw cards and keep on deep pressure. Nice. Ragnar just crosses out, but Jin does still get the card draw. As long as he does not get stunned, he's fine. If he doesn't get outsped and stunned, excuse me. I think Ragnar just prepped there. Yeah. Ragnar just playing a very patient game. I think Ragnar's happy to sit at range 4 because Ragnar's range 4 is amazing. Ragnar at range 4 has Hell's Fang, Dead Spike, Gauntlet, Hades. 3 different options at range 4, in addition to obviously dive. So this kind of range, Ragnar's totally okay with. The opponent actually has to kind of make some scary guesses or just cross out. Jin is down 1 cross though. Alright, Jin boosting power. Looking to capitalize on trading with Ragnar. Ragnar doesn't want to deal with it. Power boost is definitely great against Ragnar because you want to trade as well as you can against him, or just break his guard when you can. +2 power is often enough to break certain guard thresholds. And what Ragnar hates more than anything is getting stunned. However, Jin just responds by playing light. Armor guard. Ragnar says, okay, you can boost speed. As long as my guard isn't broken, I don't have to worry about it. Interesting. Jin boosting armor guard. Not committing to anything yet. I suspect that Rose probably has perhaps an ice blade or a dive in ready to go. Maybe in Crystal Strike, you know. Okay, Ragnar is striking. This could be anything. Um, Ragnar probably isn't worried about Jin's options. Only thing Ragnar has to be uh, kind of concerned about is Jin crossing out, but he's fine with that. Ooh, okay. So the dive is a great response here. Ragnar tried to play Hellsfang to gain advantage, but Hellsfang by itself does not have any armor guard. So the 5 damage from dive was enough to stun it. So a good choice by Rose. 6 speed dive. Yeah. Okay, Jin boosting Permafrost. Great boost. Really good boost. It's just a defend boost, but with card draw. I mean, it lose one armor, but you're fine with that. Random responsive Nightmare Edge. I've seen a Banazama play Ragna before, and I know he does love boosting Nightmare Edge at range one, just because Dead Spike isn't really doing anything for you here. Okay, Rose takes the speed. Like that doesn't want to deal with the push, the hit push effect, because it just makes Ragna's grasp really good. Um, to just punch Jin away and prevent him from retaliating. Ah, okay. Spends two force just to cross over Jin. Doesn't want his back to the corner. Ooh, nice. Rose playing pinpoint strike, spending for after draw two, committing a lot of resources to strike. Hopefully, Jin does not get crossed out. That would be the worst scenario. As long as Jin manages to connect the hit with a +1 power and the advantage, then he's fine here. Ragnar plays sweep here. It'll be very good for him though, just because Jin cannot cross out of sweep or have any way to. Actually, no, Jin can avoid sweep. Oh, nice. Plays the grasp. Yep. Doesn't want Ragnar to cross out, and Jin can manipulate his positioning very well here. Establishes range 3, having Ragnar cornered. Nice. Immediately striking without spending for after draw 2. If Rose can build up enough gauge, then Moonsong can become very good here as well. Okay, Ragnar lands the first hit of the game. Ragnar only takes 3 because of um, hit gain 1 life, but Jin gets advantage. But this is a very good exchange for Ragnar because not only does Ragnar get the good trade, he also gets the hit effect. Blood Scythe is an amazing special, just gives him gauge generation, gets him out of the corner. Yeah, so at first Ragnar basically corners Jin again. Jin cornered him with the grasp, and then Ragnar gets out of the corner. So at this range, Ragnar's very happy here. Ragnar can play focuses and stuff very safely, and he just wants to trade. That's what he does best. So if he gets himself in a position with the opponent cornered, then he's very advantageous to trade. Being cornered against Ragnar is very scary. He can and will smother you and try and um, outtrade you and gain as much life as possible while you're in the corner and unable to dodge. Okay, Jin plays Scorn. Extremely good boost. Push for draw taking action usually just puts the opponent at range 2, which is Jin's favorite range. Allows it to mix up. Right now, Jin does have 7 cards versus right now 6, so is something that he can consider. Okay, just plays preemptive. Discards the permafrost for force. So this could be a lot of things actually. Um, Well, Jin's drew a lot of his deck, but he still has decent options left. Well, actually, we know it's not Spike, so maybe Ragnar could just block or focus or sweep. Ragnar can probably just play sweep here and be fine, since Jin has no Spike, and Jin cannot hit with dive from here. Well, dives are down. Yeah. Okay. Gauntlet Hades does have enough guard to ignore to deal with Ice Fang, and then it hits it back for 4, so it's basically an even trade. I'm actually not sure why the reasoning behind boosting +2 speed and Valenice. Perhaps Rose wanted to beat out, because Ragnar was down both crosses as well. So I'm actually not sure the reasoning behind that play. If Rose played something like this, does she have a sweep? Yeah, if she plays something like a 4-speed sweep, that would actually totally crush Gauntlet Hades because it outspeeds it and stuns it. I think boosting preemptive and striking Valenice makes more sense if Ragnar does have crosses, but since Ragnar doesn't have crosses, it's a weird choice. Okay, Banazama parries focus. Focus is D, normal to be concerned about. Doesn't want to get reading at this stage of the game. It was very likely that Jin had a focus. Very awkward hand that Jin's finding himself in right now. None of these strikes are good at for his current position. Did you do end of turn draw? Okay, it did happen. Sometimes people just do end of draw early. I think proper procedure just wait for the. I think it's better to just wait for the parry thing to carry out and then draw for end of turn. Makes things a bit less confusing. Okay, this cross makes perfect sense here to get out of the corner. Um, However, Jin's hand is still kind of known to be rubbish right now. Banazama can just play a slow sweep like and be happy, probably. But since Jin's down the cross, he used cross to basically advance out of the corner. Jin is mostly true his deck. Right now still has a decent amount of cards left. But of course, Jin is more card hungry. Goes through his deck faster than Ragnar does, unless Ragnar boosts. Ragnar has one reload boost, and that is Azure Grimoire. Oh, okay. Ragnar immediately striking, taking advantage of the hand information, um, and striking immediately. Most likely Jin's just gonna block here, but Ragnar's still gonna be happy, just gonna gain the life, the extra power. Yep, you see the block. Blood Scythe. Okay, so this is Blood Scythe hitting for um, 6 damage. 7 damage. Yeah. Okay. Spends that for 3 force for 6 armor. Just doesn't take any damage. Jin immediately plays Power of Order, and then Ragnar tosses away his sweep because he's forced to discard down to 4. Okay. Yep. The Isubus resolves fully after Rose draws to 4, and then end of turn she does get the card back. Okay. Ragnar start turn overdrive takes 1 damage. He may push 1. Oh, okay. He really takes advantage of not over yet. +2 power, push 2 and strike. This is very scary. But Jin has some options here. Maybe we'll see a defensive Moonstorm from Jin. I think defensive Moonstorm is not a bad idea, considering what options Ragnar has. But Ragnar, yep, does play a sweep. So Jin at least is allowed to trade here. Okay, Ragnar only takes 4 damage because +2 power, gain 2 life. And meanwhile, Jin takes the full 7 damage. Ooh, tossing away his sweep too. Wait, was that 7 damage? Wait, I think it should be at 14. Oh, it took 9, yes. Oh, never mind. That was a 9 damage sweep. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because of the boost. So immediately, even life totals. Insane. Okay. Dive from the reshuffle. Allows Rose to draw 2. Right now, okay with the focus here. Does get a hit back, but at least gets to armor some of the hits. Has to decide where he wants to push 1. Okay, Ragnar just decides to prep. This one's get resources. Perhaps Ragnar is looking for a Devoured by Darkness. That would be really good when he succeeded. Jin wasting no time using his UA and striking. This could be a focus. Could be, but then again, yeah, Jin drew 2 cards, fresh cards after his strike last turn. So we can't be quite sure what it is. Focus, both focuses, both sweeps, both blood types are down. So Ragnar is lacking options here. Ragnar does not have any sweep likes. Yeah, Ragnar does not have any sweep likes left. So this could be trouble if he plays it fast. Oh, EX Inferno Divider. Okay, so it is a focus. Okay, does allow to trade. Actually, a favorable trade for Ragnar, I think. Does allow, Rose does draw 3 cards after this, but Rose took 3 damage, I think, and Ragnar only took 1 because 1 armor and gain 2 life. Yeah, pretty crazy. Not many that DP can trade with focus, but that's the power of Ragnar. Okay, Ragnar get Did Banazama take the one damage? I'm not sure. Okay, now he did. I wasn't sure if he did. But this is his second to last. Yeah, I don't think he did either. So this is Ragnar's second to last turn in overdrive. If Ragnar pushes one, he can fire off. Ragnar does have one more Devoured by Darkness left. He can fire off an on curve Devoured by Darkness if he pushes to range 2. However, Jin, if Jin anticipates it, Jin can play Violence on defense. Banazama, I think is AFK, but while he comes back, I think this is looking to be a pretty even game state for both players. Um, if Banazama lands one Devoured by Darkness, it could be just game winning. But at the same time, Jin at this point could have drew some answers because Jin has been aggressively card drawing. Jin can threaten some surprise EXs like EX Cross maybe, or just if he has one more Valance left. He has a Valance that he can use in defense. Hmm. I think if Ragnar did have Devoured by Darkness, he would be playing for it right now. It is possible he could just YOLO and Wall Swing it. Wall Swing Ragnar can actually work. Wow, really? You see Azure Grimoire being used. It's a bit risky. Does have some nasty combinations though. Okay, does make note of Ragnar's hand. Um, I think Ragnar actually has a mix-up here. He has Ignore Armor, he has Assault, he even has, does he have Death Spike? He even has Death Spike if Jin tries to cross out. And then Ragnar does have the EX Grass to follow up. If, this likely probably just an Assault versus, it's going to be either Assault or Gauntlet Hades. It's one or the other for the mix-up. And Jin has to guess. I'm really surprised by this play, to be honest. I thought Banazama would play for the Ultra, but instead sacrificed a lot of his life just to play mix-ups and trying to deal a lot of damage. Is it a Gauntlet Hades? Oh, it's GG. Yep. So Jin calls to mix up correctly. Gauntlet Hades would have been a crushing way to beat Dual Ice. Actually, does Dual Ice have enough guard to withstand it? EX Dual Ice has 4 guard, and Gauntlet Hades would be doing... No, Gauntlet Hades would be doing 5 damage. Yeah, Gauntlet is doing 5 damage, which is not enough guard for um, even EX Duelize to handle. So yeah, that was a guess that Rose had to make, and yeah, calls it out correctly. Game one goes to Jin. Ragnar, tough way to end for Ragnar, but sometimes Ragnar lives and dies by the guesses. Hard to say. Hindsight's 2020, but I feel like Banazama could have just tried and played for Devoured by Darkness, but maybe he was too worried about Jin's range 2 options. Yep, okay, we see Ragnar coming out again. I think Banazama's main is pretty much Ragnar, just wants to wrap him until he gets a win before shifting over to Hakumen or Hazama. And here we see Rose's Dan. Nice. Finally, we get to see the Dan in action. Dan is. This matchup may actually be totally fine for Dan because Dan can threaten a lot of power and speed and stun Ragnar. Yeah, this matchup might be totally okay for Dan. But Dan just has to stand at about. I think Dan has to stand at like range 2. Uh, and he'll be fine. Okay. So turn 1 Dan obviously has turn 1 Dan Kyaku and Gadoken as range 4 options to start. But Ragnar is probably fine with this. Ragnar has actually Dan Kyaku on defense probably beat anything Ragnar throws out. It goes underneath Deathspike's minimum range, it stuns Hellsfang, and it causes Gauntlet Hades to whiff. So Ragnar probably doesn't want to initiate range 4 against Dan. Unless he makes a hard read, just plays a sweep or something into defending Danku Kyaku. That also works. Is Banazama that kind of player though? I'm not sure. Okay, we immediately seeing a Zergrimar turn 1. Indicating that Ragnar's probably going to strike here to not discard any cards. Ragnar can play a dive like, or he can play a slow to bait out Danku Kyaku. Or Dan can just play a cross. Actually, the defensive cross just answers a lot of things. But Death Spike is fine whiffing because it gets after close. Yeah, that cross makes a lot of sense. Defensive cross is so incredibly safe. Okay, Dan boosting power. Ragnar boosting armor guard. Hmm. Striking. So this could be dive, Danku Kyaku, Godoken. Okay, it is a Godoken. Ragnar crosses out, and they both miss. And now they stand in the awkward range where both sides can't do anything to each other. However, Dan's happy with this because Dan secured a life lead early. Soul Eater, amazing boost. If Dan wants to get rid of it, I think Dan could just strike right here. Just wall swing. Don't even expend resources from hand. But I would probably just strike here just to get rid of the hit gain 2 life. Okay, Rose parries focus. Doesn't want to deal with that normal. A lot of normals in Ragnar's hand. Okay, we see a return parry on focus. That makes sense. Again, I think Dan should just strike here as soon as he can to get rid of the hit. Um, gain 2 life. Okay, but we see Psychic Glory. Makes sense. This boost is actually amazing because as long as he's not stunned, he can sustain it and basically gives all his wall swings free criticals. And of course, if Ragnar cannot hit Dan, Dan won't get stunned. So Ragnar has to contend with this scary, scary boost. Korikin's such a funny special because it's meant to be a DP, but it's 6 speed only. But if you wall swing it, critical it becomes a DP. Not to mention the damage is completely random. It could be amazing or it could be literally nothing. Still, despite this boost, I think Ragnar should yeah, Rose did. I think so, yeah. The pairing the focus got her down to 3 cards, and then she just boosted. So I think that all makes sense. Okay, now I'm doubting myself. Okay, yeah. I like good, honest, clean play. Sometimes in tournaments, you might be tempted to cheat, but be oh sorry, I got interrupted by something. Anyway, don't go on that tangent. Let's just focus on the game. So Ragnar here, I think, despite this boost that Dan has up, should be looking to maybe pitch away his normals or as forced to close in. He needs to take advantage of the gain to life as soon as he can. With his hand being Eat Grass or Soul Block, yeah, he probably should pitch away maybe his Grasp. Stay at range 4, I think is a good choice. Maybe looking to pitch away one more card to move it to range 3. Oh, okay. Spends 4 force to move to range 2. Makes sense. However, this is Dan's fair range. Dan may choose to wall swing here, maybe. Try and maybe stun Ragnar. Oh no, just choose to prep. Okay, Ragnar boosting Nightmare Edge just for the extra speed. He wants to make sure that this next strike would be able to hit. Okay, Dan finds the tech. Getting rid of Blood Scythe is makes sense. It is a the stronger boost because gaining 2 life is no joke. Foul tempered. Ragnar's boosts are actually so good. Like all these boosts here, just give him a lot of utility. And I think foul tempered, unrelenting, soul eater just makes him a monster in trades. Both players just prepping, very passive. Don't want to commit to any strikes yet. And Ragnar is it's actually concerning how much deck Ragnar is going through and hasn't done any damage yet. Of course, this can all change when Ragnar lands a hit, but yeah. Needs to try and make up for the life differential. Oh, okay, we're seeing a reading. Block? Oh, the salt is known. Oof, tough. Takes 3 damage. The damage is mitigated at least because of the 2 armor. So reading successful. Rose manages to find her second reading, while Ragnar still had no normals. I think could have been worse though. The read could have been worse. Rose, this kind of indicates pretty strongly that Rose didn't have any spikes. Because spike into block would have been arguably higher. I think would have been arguably higher reward because it just ignores Ragnar's armor. Okay, so now it's Banazama's turn. Still needs to find his first hits. Oh, D is hosting a game as well. I think, oh, he must be hosting the game between, he must be commenting the game between Zane and Matt Cullen.
If you game online.
So yeah, there's 4 different games going right now. I don't know what's up with Thursdays. All right. Oof, this type is not going to pay off. Dan having a 8 speed, 3 damage Psycho Haragoshi may consider. We'll discard 3 cards at random. Yeah, maybe Banazama didn't realize, but it's 3 cards at random. But yeah, nice. First time I've seen, well, not first time, but it's not often that you see a fully powered Psycho Haragoshi, but I think it makes a lot of sense. Just want to cash in the damage as much as you can, build up the life lead, and you know that Rose got a lot of cards, so she could take advantage of it. Okay, revolver action. Pretty solid boost, but giving Ragnar lots of card draw. Hit game advantage is nice, but if that initiates here, then Ragnar would not be able to take advantage of it. Okay, peeking the top card of her deck, may strike with it. Well, she can also strike from hand with this boost. But like she likes her boost, she likes her wall swing. Then getting the +1 power, +1 speed. Very scary. In this position here with Ragnar cornered, could be like a 7 damage sweep. Could be something just brutal. Okay, Koryukin. Oh my goodness. That is devastating. That's 8 damage, Koryukin. That is devastating. Damn. Banazama concedes. I think it's a fair definitely fair to concede there. I don't blame him. 30 to 8 life. I think it's almost an insurmountable gap. And Ragnar is not. I mean, Ragnar does have comeback potential, but not when he's behind by this much. Yeah, Dan, don't sleep on Dan. Of course, that choreo could involve a little bit of luck, but getting at least damage to trade with sweep is definitely doable. But yeah, I mean, Waltzing may have been good, but still, Rose played that well. And yeah, you got to see full powered Psycho Haragoshi. And Rose's Dan continues undefeated, 3-0. So guys, don't sleep on Dan. Dan's good character. Poor Banazama. Tough games for him. Um, I think I think Banazama could have won that Jin game, but didn't work out. His the mix up at the last turn was, Rose got it right. Yep. Thanks for watching, everyone. GG's.